was like a real, sense of relief, man. The build up to everything was really, really, there was a lot of hype behind it. Seeing myself on billboards, on commercials, on the radio, in Newsday, see myself everywhere, man. Every time I scroll down my social media, whether it was Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I saw myself on there. So I felt like I was obligated to come out here and put on a show for everybody. And, even though I didn't go out there and get a finish or whatever, I think it was a very entertaining fight.
You're always pretty calm all week, in the last couple of weeks about, just go out and win. But did that add up? All the stuff you mentioned, did it start to add up and build up to you, like all the billboards and all the stuff and radio spots and things?
Nah, man, I told you all that stuff is always interchangeable. You know what I mean? There's going to be different venues, different opponents, different advertisement. It's not going to be the same thing every time. So for me, I don't really focus. I mean, it's nice. I did definitely take a picture of myself outside, MSG with my face in the background. But at the end of the day, nah, man, it's just you, it's the opponent, it's the cage, it's the ref, and you just go out there and you do what you got to do.
There was the time when you had him in the submission, it looked like you might be able to finish him. Then there were a couple times on the feet when it looked like you were going to finish him with your hands. Were you upset that you didn't get the stoppage, or were you just happy to get the W here, the first night of PFL?
I mean, at the end of the day, wins and losses matters most. You gotta win. You know what I mean? And so I'm happy that I won, but I mean, I would have loved to have got that finish, man. That's my submission, man. I've been working on it and everything like that, but we're gonna get back to the gym and tweak it a little bit more so the next time I get somebody there, they don't get out.
Were you thinking about that point system when you're in there?
Nah, man. What's the name of the game is win in advance. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if I get 3 points now, 3 points later. I'm gonna get my 3. That's without a doubt. But 5, 6, whatever points after that, I'll take it as it comes. But win in advance, man. And today I advanced.
How conscious were you of the no elbows rule? There was a few times where you had him ground and pound, you had your elbow on his face, and we're sitting there like, he wants to throw it, but
I was very, very conscious because in my heart, I just wanted to start raining down elbows, and I'm like, goodness gracious, this is like the perfect position to just start letting them go, but you can't. And I think at one point, I think it was twice, where he was on his back, and he went to try and drop the elbow, and he got warned twice for it. So it is a tough thing to do. You got to be conscious of it, but. I tried to land some, ground and pound in other ways, and, it was all right.
You had him with that leg kick early when he went down off the leg kick, and you didn't go in. What was the reason you didn't go in to the ground for that?
It was too early in the game for that. You know what I mean? I didn't even really get off a good nothing yet. I just one little leg kick and swept him out. So I wanted to see if I could sweep him again and again and again. So. I don't know. I don't really think about, them kind of tactics during the fight, man. I just let my training guide me through. At that moment in time, I still felt fresh. I still felt comfortable on my feet. I didn't feel like there was a need for me to dive into his guard and start working on the ground. So I just told him to get back up and let's get back to work.
You threw everything in the kitchen sink at him, basically. Punches, leg kicks, Darce choke attempts. Were you surprised that he was able to last until the bell? What was going through your mind as he was withstanding all that?
No, I'm not surprised, man. You guys got to remember, even though it was definitely a dominant performance, Juma still has 20 professional wins. Juma fought in different organizations, and he's done well, you know what I mean? So it's not like he's a pushover where you can just get him up out of there any old kind of way, you know what I mean? So I had no choice but to throw everything in the kitchen sink at him with, strikes, takedowns, submission attempts. I did everything I could do, but, at the end of the day, he's a tough dude, and you just got to do what you got to do.
So you're now tied 4th place with 2 other people, Nasarene and Timur, with having 3 points. For your next fight, will you have an extra incentive to get a finish now that you're a little behind on points?
I mean, people always mention that behind on points, extra incentive, and all that other stuff. No fighter wants to go out there and fight the full 15 minutes, ever. If you can get the fight over in 30 seconds, you're going to get the fight over in 30 seconds. So there's always an incentive to go out there and finish, you know what I mean? I tried to go out there and get the finish, and it didn't work out. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter so much about the whole point system. I think everybody's banking a little too much on the point system. Oh, I'm going to be the top seed. At the end of the day, you can be the top seed and still lose in the quarters and the semis. You know, the name of the game is win and you go forward. Win and you go forward. So that's what I'm focused on.
You think other fighters in the tournament are putting too much stock in the point system and are worried perhaps too much about getting the finish rather than just focus on winning?
No, I don't think maybe other fighters. I think fighters are going out there and fighting. I don't think but like, you know, I think it's more everybody else. You know, you know how much points you got tonight. You got this many. It doesn't matter. If you won, you got your points. You know, you win, you move forward to the next round. You know what I mean? As long as you win, you get life. You move over to the next round. That's what everybody's hoping to do.
And did you get to watch the other featherweight bouts?
I watch little pieces here and there, but on fight night, I like to be tunnel vision. I like to meditate on myself, what I want to do, what I need to do, and you know, just keep saying my mantras and, you know, prep for that. You don't really have the mental ability to just be like, oh, he just did this, or he just did. It's gonna throw you off your game. You know, you gotta be selfish. Fight camp, but especially on fight night, you gotta be selfish. It's all about you.
From what you saw, what'd you make of the featherweight pool?
There's some good fights, man. I personally thought all the fights are good, man. I'm excited for when this thing rerun back, man. I'm trying to go home and watch it myself as a fan, not even as a, you know, looking at competition, so to speak. I every time I looked up, like when I was doing my medicals, I'm looking at the TV, I see this person got armbarred, I saw this person got knocked out, and I'm like, man, these guys are putting on tonight, you know. Everybody I thought came to the Garden, everybody put on a good show. I don't think it was a boring fight all night, so kudos to everybody that competed tonight.
Dre, Xavier Porter, BrooklynFights.com. First off, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
You had a lot of fans out there,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
representing and supporting you. The question of the day seems to be coming from everybody. If you're successful and you win the tournament and you win $1 million, what are you going to do with the money?
Man, you can't fast forward that far, man. You can't fast forward that far. If you start thinking about the $1 million from now, you might not make it to it. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm not thinking about the $1 million. Y'all heard me back there. I said July 19th. That's the next stop. So that's where my mind is at. My mind right now is on Nassau Coliseum.
Gotcha.
You mentioned Randy Brown in your post-fight interview. Are you guys gonna be doing some more Rude Boy in the Bull episodes or
Oh,
what?
of course, man. Y'all gotta tune in too, man. Y'all gotta tune in because I'm definitely gonna be talking about all the craziness, like the crazy questions fans ask like during fight week and all that stuff. Y'all wouldn't believe the questions that you get asked during fight week. That's what people tell you. Shut your social media off and just tune everybody out. I find it entertaining in a sense, so I kind of like always listen up, but. Yeah, y'all definitely got to tune in, man.
That it, boys?
Andre, you know, you're the face of the PFL right now. You're the one that was the, you know, on the billboard, you were the big guy. There's a couple little ones, you were the big one. You know, when we talk about the divisions, the one we keep saying, it's the 145 division's loaded. But you're the guy that everyone's saying he's the man to beat. Everyone's gunning for you. Do you feel that pressure?
Nah, man, I don't feel any kind of pressure. I'm not worried about what everybody else is thinking or everybody else is looking. Again, I told you, during fight camp, during everything, you got to be selfish. So I don't care what anybody else is saying. I don't care about whatever pressures are outside or whatever. For me, I just go to the gym, man, and I train. I work my tail off every single day, and I just come out here and perform. You know, what else?
My last question, speaking of working your tail off, this week, another undefeated prospect, Greg Gillespie, he gave you some love.
Yeah.
How you feel about the way back?
Man, it was good, man. Me and Grega, a lot of people, that's another question I get asked. So do you ever train with Grega? Me and Grega train at both a striking and jiu-jitsu gym together. So we work out together every single day. You know what I mean? And for his whole, you know, leading up to his fights, from the time he left to go to Utica to the time that he came back, we speak every single night. You know, ask him how the weight cut's going, how he's feeling, how's the vibes going. And same exact thing came vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to Gregor earlier today. He was telling me what time he was going to be here. You know, Gregor is a very strict, schedule-oriented individual. If you guys know him, y'all know he's a special soul. But, and as far as personality-wise, we're completely opposite. But the one thing that we do that's relatively similar is work ethic. He trains extremely hard, and anybody that sees him work out, you can see that. You know what I mean? If you ever seen him fight, you know he works hard. And same thing for me. You know, I train extremely hard, and we push each other every single day. You know what I mean? Every single day.
Have you ever fished with him?
No, but but yesterday he told me, he was like, yo, after your fight, I'm bringing you on the boat, and we're gonna go fishing. I'm gonna show you how to fish. So I guess I gotta go with him now.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.